Chat.
They are, dude. You had 1,000 people say kick her off right now. You should kick her off right now, Brian.
To like get me off.
Otherwise, we're going to continue wasting our time with all this bullshit.
What?
You sticking around?
Until the end. Yeah,
He's a professional.
I drove all the way to this fucking city, so I'm here for as long as you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You drove to this city?
What?
Please.
Right.
I have a question for you.
I drove from LA.
Look at your
Destiny.
chat. Look at your chat right
No,
now.
wait, I have a
Steven
question.
flew from Miami.
Answer
Is
question.
there
before I
anything Aaron
fucking-
can do to show good faith right now?
Yeah, be quiet.
Honestly,
I think
you
you
had
were-
the opportunity.
Yeah, just don't
you
talk
had
to
the
us.
opportunity. So kindly, I'm asking you to leave.
Yeah.
This is Sparta!
I have
You're.
a question for
Yeah.
Steven.
Played the sound effect. There's no.
You gotta go.
Hold on.
Steven, would you
Aaron,
let
you
her
should
in
go.
your polycule?
Aaron, you should go.
I'm not answering your question.
Yeah, you should go.
Just leave.
Please
I'm not
leave.
doing that.
Thank
Can you
you.
leave? I don't know if your friend wants to come with you, but
I will leave
can-
you guys to ask the very important questions about Steven and Melina's relationship and diving more
Thank
into
you.
That's
that.
lovely.
Thank you
can
so
leave.
much. See you next week.
This is Sparta!
Bye bye. We love you.
Peace out.
Quickly.
Peace out. You too.
Quickly.
Shows in a row. Hello.
Oh, you're such a troll. I love it.
Anyways,
Can we like scoot over now? Because we
I
have
hope
more.
so, because I'm fucking
Yay, more
cramped.
room.
Brian's capping some content.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Hi, Chase.
Stop the cap.
hey,
Stop the cap. Film her, Brian.
now we've got a little
Establish
bit
your
more
alpha
space
male
at the
energy.
table.
Total
This is good.
patriarchy.
Establish it, Brian.
Total patriarchy victory. Now let's
Patriarchy
go. We're
wins
back.
once again.
We're back.
That's
dude.
right.
All right.
Well,
Did you guys know she was going to be like that?
That's kind of how she always acts. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to go back and forth.
She have like a YouTube channel or something?
She kind of streams sometimes, but I don't know. Maybe she'll get into it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Should have asked her that.
She is kind of redeemed. That was pretty like based and submissive. How she just immediately was like, "Oh, men are telling me what to do."
I would just not try to rationalize her shitty behavior whatsoever. That was just shitty.
Chat, please let us know. Are we back or what? If we're back, say we're back in all caps.
Bro.
I'm thinking we're back, dude.
I think
Let's
we're
go.
back. Yeah.
Were you
Yeah,
guys not back? Was it?
Where did we go?
It was
think
momentarily. It
over
was
for a
so
moment.
over. Yeah.
Where did we
Wait,
go?
like, was it so over like in previous episodes or just in this one, or what do you mean? Has there been like a lull in content? or-
It's been over for about the past 30 minutes, but
Oh, okay,
currently
gotcha.
we're back.
Right.
Yeah. That was a little cringe.
I have fucking AIDS now. I'm just like most of the whores that go on this show. I have fucking AIDS.
We
Yeah.
were
You
back.
should probably
and now
write
it's
everything you
over.
say like on a fucking
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
like a piece of work paper or
I'm
something
sorry.
before you say
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I just if she didn't want to answer it,
Look how back
then,
we are, dude.
bro.
If she had just admitted that she felt ashamed or felt uncomfortable or some actual reason for not giving an answer, that would have been one thing. But
I'm
the
just-
constant, like, the questioning back and forth.
Yeah, it's
You're
like
right.
it's
That
not
was
Every
cool. You're not
question
edgy.
we
You're
asked
like
was
the-
responded to with a question.
It's
Every single one.
It's
and
not
acting
cool.
like virginity isn't real is stupid.
She's probably laughing out there like, I can't believe it took them that
It's
long.
not edgy. It's not cool when you're like, especially like people.
There's like a 50% chance she is.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, when you have like a whole show of like people who are like professional streamers, like obviously Destiny, Melina, Brian, myself, you know, like when you're like just being a dickhead to like fuck everything up and make bad TV, like it's just like a social faux pas in streamer land. Like you should like, what are you doing? And like for the
She asked to be on the show too.
No, exactly. And then like how does that make feminists look? For like the diehard feminists at home who are like throwing their pillow against the wall right now. Like,
Bro, I'll tell you,
know,
what it is. She has seen clips from the show. She
Yeah.
knows that Brian's pretty good at roasting feminists or girl, like the hookup movement, all that kind of stuff. And she's like, hey, I want to come on this show and throw a wrench in Brian's gears.
And now she's gonna
Pretty-
go get
pretty
banged
bad
by
faith.
Fresh.
Pretty bad faith.
Pretty bad faith. Which one of you was it that messaged first? Was it you or was it her?
I don't remember.
It was like a group message or something, and
I-
then you insisted Destiny also be on the show.
Yeah, I don't remember what message first. I remember there were back and forth messages between us
Here,
three.
tell you what, throw your friend under the bus. You're friends with her, right? Is she a virgin or is she not a virgin?
I don't ask her sexual
You can
questions.
Listen,
Oh,
you
come
can't
on.
be a virgin
Well,
and that
I don't
insufferable.
talk- I don't-
Like some guy made her like this. Some guy traumatized her and made her join the feminist movement. Like that girl
you're
is
probably right.
clearly not a virgin.
You're probably
like
right.
virgin women don't have that fucking level of insufferability, calculated insufferability in them at all.
Oh,
That's-
if you want
that's
to
a good
know the conversation we had before coming on this podcast.
Let's fucking
Yeah. Do
on.
you
What
want
is
to?
it?
Do you
What-
want to
what
be a
was it? What
dickhead?
was it?
Just
Yes,
in
me
general,
too.
'cause-
Okay.
What was
no,
it?
because when we've gone on podcasts like this before, and they were always like, "Oh, like what's your body count? What have you done?"
I didn't ask body count.
I
Have you
know, I
died?
know.
I asked a
I
very
know.
like basic
I
question.
yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to explain what might have been going on, like behind like the mentality, right? It's always followed up either by like you're a liar or you're like a whore or like, you know, you're
Not here.
Not
lying.
here. Like
Yeah.
if a girl says I'm this, I unless it's
This
like
is a safe space.
I don't know, because when I said I was a virgin, a lot of people did say I was lying. To be
Did-
fair,
Same with me. I said I was a virgin.
who
said
people
I
in the
was
chat.
a lot of comments. Yeah,
And the bombardment of hate
That's
yeah,
YouTube.
afterwards, no matter like
I don't
what you
care
say.
because
Okay,
I
but
know that it's true.
That's
but
the chat.
Yeah.
We're here. We're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And I very rarely make it a point to try to call cap on chicks. Occasionally I do where I'm like the chick who was on drugs. Like, bro, I called
I'm
cap on
curious
that.
in that case. If you if someone was like, I can answer, but I want them to be muted, would you do that?
What do you mean?
Want
Would
what
you
to be
mute? Would
muted?
you mute the stream? So
Like,
like,
I'll answer, but I don't want the stream to
I don't
find
want
out.
stream to hear it. Yeah.
That might
Why
be
would that be
reasonable.
so dumb to do that though?
I
I
mean-
mean,
You-
if like 9 people at a table
You
and the
came on
streamer
the
will know
show.
something, everybody's gonna know
You
it.
came
right?
on this show to answer questions like that.
Well, if I
And
do want
she's
to
seen-
say one
she's seen
thing.
the show too, so it's like
I do want to say one thing. You three have been very good faith the whole conversation. And I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
She managed to achieve through her behavior a unique combination of having like the panel and the audience dislike her. Like if she had just been honest, maybe the chat would have roasted her, but we would be like, fair enough.
I-
She like managed to do both.
I would have hit until she opened her mouth. Honest to God, I'm not gay or anything. She had nice bazinkies, but
I think we should
don't
keep
know.
talking about Erin. I
Haram!
really like this topic. It's great.
She
Getting
she's still in
excited.
our
I think
heads
Destin-
right
I
now.
think-
What?
She's
Yeah,
still here with
she
us.
was
Like
on in
mentality, the
spirit.
spirits are still here. Yeah.
I think you two were in on this.
No, to be clear, so
Because they're friends with you.
no, we are all friends. We
Yeah.
all drove here together. We were gonna do a show, I think like a month ago. We had planned. We were gonna do a show when I was here doing. I did like 5 shows with no
Oh,
jumper, and
but-
then
Oh,
we were
shit.
gonna
It
do a
didn't-
show,
yeah.
and it didn't end up working out because I couldn't drive up. Or something
Yeah.
happened, or you guys didn't.
It
do
was
the show.
last minute,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they talked about doing a show, and then they messaged me.
And then you guys reach out to me.
And then you guys reached out to
Yeah.
Melina,
Yeah.
like independently of anything, because I didn't
Yeah.
know until afterwards that she's like, "Oh, I'm going on the same show you're on." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And we were like, "Okay." But to be clear, just because I want to be clear, I would never make plans to like fuck with a show because it hurts my reputation. I would never do that. Right?
I just want to say DM dating.
that's my
Super
boyfriend.
chat.
That's my boyfriend.
Yo, your boyfriend's killing it right
He's
now
a
with the
Chad.
super chat. He said she absolutely embodied what feminism turns women into. Every toxically feminine trait, gaslighting, projection, emotional manipulation, delivered through overtly combative masculine
Brian,
energy. This
can
is
we please have him on the
extremely
show?
common.
What's up?
Can we please have him on the show?
Oh yeah, let's talk. We'll talk after the show. But,
Yeah, DM dating nailed it, bro.
Yeah.
I've also experienced like girls will get burned by a guy in a relationship, and then like that will turn them into like extremely intense rabid feminists. Have
I
you
mean,
guys
to be
noticed
fair,
that?
guys get burned by girls and they create the red pill movement.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
We're being honest,
100%.
right? That's where they came
100%.
from, right? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hurt people.
I think that a lot of politics is literally defined by who hurt you. There's a lot of communists out there that came from like traditional religious families, and there's a lot of like super tradcon people that came from like parents that they weren't happy with, who were too progressive or whatever. Like I think
That's
life
a
is
good
in
point.
Yeah, if you look at like culturally, like where we're at today, like you kind of see like this resurgence in like religiosity a little bit. A lot of people pushing towards like Islam, even more traditional than like Christian stuff. And I think a lot of that has been in response to the past like 10 or 15 years of like fuck religion. Like when I was on the internet, how old are you?
28.
Okay, I'm 34. Like 10 years ago, 13 years ago on the internet, the really popular thing was being an atheist and like shitting on religious people. But that was in response to like the 90s and the 2000s and like people like having that religious fight versus like the new coming like metrosexuals and the rappers and everything. So like I think a lot of like politics and social movements like push pull. Like it just happens.
Yeah, it's a pendulum swing.
Yeah.
For
I think
sure.
everybody is. I try to keep that
point.
in mind a lot, but it's very hard not to fall captive to that, right? If you're getting attacked by one group of people today on Twitter, tomorrow you want to make them like the main target, you know?
So
Good
Destiny,
points.
did you think she had like a? Is there like a gangbang or something?
Like a gangbang?
Consensual.
I think that there are
Consensual.
tons of things that can make people upset that have nothing to do with sex or anything.
Okay.
I've seen virgins that act like that. I've seen people that have been ran through that act
No,
like
not
that. I've seen men
because-
and women that act like that. I've seen there's
Yeah.
tons of people.